What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and I know this is a little bit of a late video, and I know this topic has already been talked about a whole lot, but I still need to get to it. So for those of you who are unaware of what's been going on, Elon Musk has in fact been assisting Gina Carano and her massive wrongful termination lawsuit with Disney. Now, one of the key factors that she is using here is actually California law that assists with discrimination against women and political discrimination as well. And a lot of her evidence to help with this case has actually been some of the people that Disney employs with opposite political opinions as her, and will freely go out there and attack half the country, label half the country as nothing more than far-right monsters that just want to do heinous things, and they will belittle them and attack them for their political opinions. But when Gina Carano comes out here, for example, and says something very basic, very blatant, and just says, hey, don't demonize your neighbor, she gets terminated for that and called an anti-Semite on behalf of that. And we've seen countless examples of this. We've seen Mark Ruffalo. We've seen Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill recently came out and said this, this is not the America we all thought we were living in post the election of Donald Trump. But it's not just Mark Hamill that has decided to come out here and stick his foot in his mouth. No, it's now Lucasfilm directors and executives that have actually come out here and put their foot in their mouth. Because we come over here, Lucasfilm creative director goes on ugly tirade against majority of Americans that could influence Gina Carano's lawsuit. Now, what was this? A creative director of cinematography came out here and decided to go on a major unhinged rant and label half the country as awful human beings for the election of Donald Trump. And we can come over here to Gina Carano. Obviously, you can see what she says. Lucasfilm creative director at Joel Rowan has deleted the X post below after Gina Carano quote tweeted it. He openly told 171 million Americans who voted for Trump to F themselves. Lucasfilm is now trending, and you can see it right here. This is his tweet post the election of Donald Trump. F the disgusting scrotum skin sack and all who support him. Now, why is this so important? Why is this relevant at all? Because this is a Disney Lucasfilm creative director that has worked on every animated project since Rebels, I believe. It could even go back further, even into Clone Wars. He is coming out here stating his political beliefs, stating what he thinks, and attacking and labeling over half the country as of right now as nothing more than monsters, and saying to go F yourself because of the way they vote. And again, this goes right back into why Gina Carano is suing Disney and Lucasfilm, because she was demonized for not having the same political opinions as them, not going out there and putting her pronouns in her bio, not participating in their political agenda, and just saying, you know what, I'm not going to do that. They terminated her for it. They terminated her for her political beliefs. Then you can always see it on the flip side, whether it's Mark Hamill, whether it's Pedro Pascal, whether it's this guy right here. They freely get to come out here. They freely get to say what they think, and they will preach from the hilltops all their political thoughts, labeling half the countries as disgusting monsters, and Gina Carano gets terminated. Gina Carano gets fired. Gina Carano gets torched for what she says, what she believes, how she goes about. And why don't we actually see what Gina Carano had to say, shall we? You work for at Lucasfilm and at Disney, right? You are saying F 71 million Americans, correct? Got it. And then you come over here. Tweets are now protected. So here are the receipts. Director of cinematography, lighting, and FX is a huge job, Joe, at Joe Rowan. What was it that Lucasfilm and Disney said their values are? Is demonizing over half of our country for exercising their right to vote for the best candidate in there. Trump got the popular vote for a reason. Maybe step out of your little Hollywood bubble and try to understand why. And here she is acknowledging him. Here's his Twitter account. Here's what he had to say again. But I wanna take you to funnier part to about this whole ending, how this all worked out in the end. Because yes, Gina Carano's definitely adding these to her lawsuit, but we come over here to Ryan Kendall, who pointed out dude's account gone. He deleted his account, and when you actually come over here to his account, it's gone. He deleted his account. It's nowhere to be seen now. Because more than likely, Lucasfilm told him to shut the hell up, delete it, and he instead decided to, just delete the account altogether because he was getting backlash for it. He was getting clowned on, and Lucasfilm knows that this isn't going to go well for their legal issues right now for the lawsuit with Gina Carano, and Gina Carano gets the last laugh. You coming out here and saying this plays into Gina Carano's hands. You coming out here and doing all this assists Gina Carano. And it also proves how Hollywood thinks. It also proves how Hollywood believes the world is. They think that if you vote for the orange man, okay, or orange fish lord, that you are a monster, that you are a bigot, that you are the problem in the society, and that you need a change for them. And not accepting the reality that nobody likes what they have to peddle. Nobody likes their belief structure. Nobody likes this identity politics. Nobody likes any of this. And when one woman comes out here and doesn't toe the line, doesn't say anything heinous, doesn't belittle the opposing side, just says, hey, you know what? I'm not going to put in my pronouns. You guys are free to do it. I don't want to do it. Refuses to do a 50-person struggle session, and then tweets something very innocuous out that just says, hey, don't demonize your neighbor, she gets terminated. Well, everybody else at Lucasfilm, Mark Hamill, this twat nugget, all of them get to say whatever the heck they want to say, get to do whatever the heck they want to do, get to preach from the high tops their political messaging. But Gina Carano can't even say, hey, don't demonize your neighbor. You're playing into her hand and you're helping her. She is going to get the last laugh now because she's constantly winning. She constantly gets the W's, and all you guys can't help but come out here and put your foot in your mouth instead of accepting the fact that nobody likes you. If it was across the board and you could say whatever the heck you wanted to say, I wouldn't have a problem with this. I'd make fun of you, but I wouldn't have a problem. But it's the double standards that's the problem. It's the double standards on how you treat people. That's what the problem is, and this is what's going to help Gina Carano win her lawsuit. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.